Why do some nations progress rapidly while others lag behind? Of course, a strong leadership helps rapid national progress. But there's another crucial ingredient: political stability. A stable government often lays the foundation for long term development. So here's the big question: do countries led by authoritarian regimes have a better shot at rapid progress than democracies? Take China, for example. Despite not being a democracy, it has made phenomenal economic strides over the past 2.5 decades. Or Singapore, often described as a competitive authoritarian state. Back in 2005, it ranked 45th globally in terms of nominal GDP. Today, it has climbed to 26th. Then there's Vietnam, another single party state which moved from 57th in 2005 to 33rd now. These numbers suggest something interesting. While there are many ways to measure national progress, for this discussion we will focus on nominal GDP rankings as a simplified but a very revealing metric. Hi, this is the globalheadwinds.com, your go-to platform for understanding geopolitics and how it is shaping global economics, energy security, and the climate crisis. Today our discussion may ruffle some feathers, as it may be suggesting that weak oppositions actually help the countries to progress faster. Let's dive into how this plays out in democracies, where governance tends to be more complex. Unlike authoritarian regimes, democracies operate through multiple layers: the legislature, executive, and the judiciary. While the executive and judiciary generally function within the structured frameworks of the legislature, especially in the presence of strong opposition, can create uncertainty and gridlock. There's a common belief that a strong opposition is the hallmark of a vibrant democracy. And to that extent, it's true. It encourages debate, transparency, and accountability. But it also leads to frequent disputes, protests, and political friction. The critical question is, does this vibrancy necessarily translate into development? A fragmented or narrow mandate often empowers the opposition to stall or dilute key policies, derailing a government's agenda. Let's look at some examples from developed democracies. Japan made remarkable progress post-World War II and was the world's second largest economy in 2005. But since then, it has slipped to the fourth place, with India projected to overtake it soon. France has dropped from 5th to 7th position in GDP rankings between 2005 and 2025. In the same period, Netherlands fell from 12th to 18th, Spain from 9th to 14th. Sweden dropped from 19th in 2005 to 25th in 2025, and Denmark from 28th to 37th. Examples galore about such drastic fall in GDP rankings amongst some of the most developed nations in the world. What's common across these nations? Over the past 3.5 decades, many of them have been governed by coalition of parties with divergent ideologies. Often the focus was more on staying in power and keeping the opposition out rather than delivering bold transformative governance. Critics might argue that these examples are cherry-picked to support the idea that strong opposition hampers progress, but the consistent decline in rankings across these countries does raise important questions. Now let's turn to India. In 2005, India was the world's 11th largest economy. From 2005 to 2014, it was governed by a left-leaning coalition with a strong opposition presence. During this period, it moved up only one place to 10th. In 2014, a right-leaning coalition came to power with a decisive mandate. The elections threw up results which showed that the opposition was significantly weakened. Over the next 11 years, India surged from 10th to become the 5th largest economy in the world and is now on track to reach the 3rd by the end of the decade. So decisive governance not hampered by strong opposition may be more beneficial for rapid national progress than a vibrant but obstructive opposition. What do you think? I hope this discussion gave you some food for thought. Thank you for tuning into globalheadwinds.com. We'll be back next week with another deep dive into the forces shaping our world. And if you liked today's session, do press the subscription button below.